What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 12 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Apologies for the hiatus. Things have been a little bit busy, but we're hopping right back into things, and we are once again using Andy Love VGC's really cool Groudon Zamazenta team featuring Pikachu. I know it's been a while, so I just wanted to quickly show the team again and talk a little bit about it. It is Assault Vest Groudon, pretty straightforward. Venusaur, this is an interesting call, I think, of not running Earth Power and not running Sleep Powder for protecting Sludge Bomb. So really being able to boost kind of that special side, I think that's really cool. Next up, we do have Zamazenta. So really sort of a great support option. Coaching in particular, really setting up that physical Pikachu to fire off those boosts. You also do have the Behemoth Bash as well as Crunch and Wide Guard, really as good support as well as damaging options. Next up is Grimmsnarl. It does what Grimmsnarl does. There's nothing to say there. It does have Fake Out, which I think can come in handy in more than one situation. You do have Tornadus to offer that speed control, as well as having Icy Wind as a second means. And finally, we do have that Pikachu with that Light Ball, just really hitting hard, getting that G-Max off, and just being able to paralyze everything. So we do have the code on screen, and yeah, we'll have the paste in the description. And with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move right into the first game. All right, battle number one, and it is Xerneas Groudon. Xerneas Groudon, a Venusaur, a, what's it called, Incineroar, Talonflame, and Clefairy. The problem is that Incineroar, and this team is pretty much all physical, except for Venusaur. And Venusaur doesn't even really have a good way to hit Incin. What is Venusaur's speed? Sorry, it's been like so long that I just like don't know how to play this game anymore. Let's just lead it. Bring Groudon and Venusaur in the back. Yeah, I think if we can get paralysis on stuff, that's going to be really important. We do have to be cognizant of Groudon. So what, the scary lead is Groudon with Talonflame, because that gives you speed control and the ability to fire off a Precipice Blades, which to be fair, we could have just led Torn Pikachu. But you know, we like to mix things up a little bit. I'm so rusty, I'm so sorry. I haven't, like, I played just enough to get back to Master Ball, and I haven't like played since. So we're gonna kind of see how this goes. Hopefully well. Okay, we're gonna see Instant Talonflame. Instant Talonflame I can live with. What? Probably Tailwind. So I'm gonna go for coaching. Yeah, the Intimidate, a little unfortunate. Let's just, yeah, whatever. It might have been worth trying to preserve Max in a situation where, what's it called? We aren't already at -1, but I'm hoping for a Fake Out into the Pikachu. If that's the case, like, that puts us in a really good position, because from there we get back to neutral and get a defense boost, which can really come in handy in this end game. So let's see how that kind of plays out. We are fairly bulky Venusaur, so that should be good against Xerneas, as we will see, yeah, the straightforward Tailwind. It looks like we're gonna not see a Fake Out, right? Yeah, okay, Parting Shot into Zamazenta. Zamazenta, that's totally fine with me, because of the fact that now Zamazenta's here just to support. It's not really here to do anything, and whatever comes in, which is probably a restricted, is going to get paralyzed. So probably Groudon. Yeah, we are going to see Groudon here. Makes a lot of sense, all things considered. We don't have damage into Groudon, but I mean, it's fine. We are going to get that nice attack and defense boost, as G-Max Volt Crash going to come out. Should KO the Talonflame? Is there a Focus Sash? I don't know if there's a Focus Sash. Yeah, there is a Focus Sash. So a little bit tricky now. I'm going to go for a wide guard and strike on the Groudon. I could just go for another coaching. Let's go for another coaching and just try and get rid of this Talonflame. I'm hoping that the combination of max... Okay, perfect. We're gonna... I mean, I'm not complaining about that. I'm hoping that these +2 defenses let me survive a Precipice Blades, and we can get a paralysis onto whatever wants to switch in. We are also making it so now our Groudon is definitely going to be faster. So I think that that is something worth considering. And so now what? You probably bring out Ensign. We are going to see Precipice Blades. It is going to miss Pikachu, which is always nice. Zamazenta. That's +3. Come on, Zamazenta. You're at +3 defense. Life Orb. Okay, Life Orb is good to know. What I want to do is essentially try and pin the Groudon. We are going to see Ensign come back out. So we're back to neutral attack. I'm going to go for the wide guard, expecting the obvious P-Blades. So let's go for a wide guard here, as well as another Volt Crash onto this Ensign. Just trying to pin it as much as possible. And if we can survive a turn, that's really helpful. We do have to worry about the max. But what's nice is because we saw the Life Orb, we know it's not Assault Vest. So that should hopefully come in handy. Nice, we are going to get the wide guard off. Should be a fake out onto... Okay, still Parting Shot. And onto Zamazenta, which, you know, is fine. We're just really using Zamazenta for support. And this should let us survive the P-Blades and hopefully get a paralysis onto the Xerneas, which means that we are in a really good position for Groudon and Venusaur in this endgame. So we're going to be able to fire off a Volt Crash. This is at neutral onto a small Xerneas. Really good damage. Okay, good damage there. We should see up Precipice Blades. Perfect. So we are no longer maxed with Pikachu, but I think, right, like we've done so much work. We picked up a KO. Both of their restricteds are paralyzed and fairly low. I am gonna just keep going for a wide guard. I'm gonna go for the Volt Tackle onto the Xerneas. We should see a Max Groudon. I don't know. Max Groudon would make sense. Volt Tackle comes out perfect into Xerneas. Picks up the KO. So the once most feared Pokemon in the game got KO'd by a little mouse. We do get the paralysis onto this Groudon. It's still not over because of the fact that they still have their max left. It could be Ensign. I just want to paralyze the Ensign at this point. Yeah, I think if we can get another paralysis, we just should win. Wide guard just makes the most sense. Guarantee here, we are locking you in so you can't fire off and intimidate, and that means that we have the ability to use Groudon pretty freely. As Nuzzle comes out, just going to do a little chip, but more importantly, get that big paralysis. As we are going to see a Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is fine into Zamazenta. I was actually, interesting. I was actually thinking I could potentially take that. We might get a double knockout here, which would not be ideal, but not the end of the... Swordsdance is scary. Swordsdance is very scary. Okay, we bring out Venusaur here. Yeah, this is not over. We Leaf Storm the Groudon. We Leaf Storm the Groudon and we Volt Tackle. We do this and we Volt Tackle the Ensign. Just trying to get as much damage out as we can with the idea that we can clean up in the end game with Groudon. We are going to connect with this Volt Tackle. Perfect. We're also seeing no max, which I don't understand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. 90% accuracy, you let me down. Into Venusaur. Venusaur does live, but we're gonna get hit with a Precipice Blades. Oh no. That's so bad. That is very bad. Precipice Blades gonna come out, pick up the KO onto Venusaur and Pikachu. So now it is Groudon versus a +2 Groudon that can still max and an Ensign. That's bad. So unfortunate for sure. What's it called? A Leaf Storm definitely would have picked up that KO or put it in range. Now we are relying on Precipice Blades. You do have a free max. You are paralyzed, so we do have that going. We do have max HP, so hopefully that lets us take a hit, as we should be seeing. Yeah, we are going to see the max, so definitely good job by my opponent for preserving that as much as possible. Yeah, that Leaf Storm miss. Leaf Storm miss was unfortunate. It's just part of the game. I mean, they're also paralyzed, so like it works out. Precipice Blades does double connect, and yeah, looking at that damage, there was a crit on their Groudon. Yeah, they're gonna, barring 3 paralysis, which they're not gonna get here. We need to live this, which we're not. Yeah, so yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think it's just part of the game. So no point in getting tilted. Just gotta keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is Calyrex Zacian. It is Calyrex, Zacian, Thundurus, Urshifu, Ensign, and Rillaboom. Interesting. Groudon, Venusaur is tempting. Let's do that. Let's put Zamazenta and probably, oh no, if you do Grim, you want to beat it. Let's do that. I don't love it per se, but I'm hoping that we can set up. I feel like screens is going to be a big one here. Also important to note is that we don't have T-Wave on Grimmsnarl, so we can't go for the Grimmsnarl Gambit, as it's, I don't know if that's the right name for it. The thing where you T-Wave the Zacian knowing that you're going to get KO'd by Behemoth Blade. So we'll see. Yeah, let's just kind of play it out and see where we go. Yeah, sorry, it's just I got to get back into the groove of things, but I think this lead is fine. If it's Calyrex, we do have the ability to go for straight wide guard. We also could max Zamazenta. We're gonna see Thundurus Zacian. Okay. I definitely want to set up a Reflect. Let's set up a Reflect here. I want to save Max for Venusaur, so let's go Reflect and... Actually, wait. I have a better idea. I'm going to fake out the Zacian and go for a Behemoth Bash into it. We should be able to live one hit, I'm hoping, from Thundurus. We are max HP, max defense. And what that will let us do is that'll let us set up one turn later, which is important. So we're going to see perfect fake out, and we're going to see no max, which suggests to me support, which is really, really great. Or we're just going to see fly. I don't know if that was supposed to be a max Airstream, but it definitely was not. So this lets us get just some good damage onto the Zacian, which is really nice for us. That was way more than I expected. Okay, so now we can set up the Reflect. and go for another Behemoth Bash. Also, yeah, that should be fine, right? You could protect. Okay, we're going to see no protect, which is even better. Probably just trying to KO the Grimmsnarl as fast as possible. Now we do have a super, super bulky, what's it called? Zamazenta. So Grimmsnarl going to go down here. Shocker. But it looks like we should be able to get the KO onto Grimmsnarl. I mean, not Grimmsnarl, onto, hopefully we get the KO onto Zacian. It should be very close. And that kind of really determines how this next turn plays out. Please KO, please KO, please KO. Perfect. Okay, Zacian is gone. I think I want to actually max Groudon here, just given the fact that we know that it's offensive Thundurus. So, okay, so we're going to see Rillaboom is... Okay, Rillaboom is tricky. We are behind. Okay, so we're behind. We're behind Reflect. So what I'm thinking is we max Flare into the Rillaboom. Max Flare the Rillaboom and set up a coaching for Groudon. Trying to get its boosts up. Because now, what? You probably have Calyrex in the back. We are Assault Vest. So, we also have Astral Barrage, which is important. We might have to take, what's it called? A Grassy Glide. Which, if I can mitigate... Okay, so we're going to max. This should be... Please be Thundurus. It's probably Rillaboom, and I'm going to cry. Please be Thundurus. Okay, Thundurus I can work with. Yeah, okay, so we should see a Grassy Glide come out into Groudon. I'm hoping with the combination of Reflect and Coaching, we can survive comfortably enough where when Calyrex comes... no, that's fine. Calyrex comes out, we just go for a Wide Guard. Yeah, so we have Big Groudon, the weird little fruit roll-up of the Restricteds, and this should be a pretty good spot. Let's just kind of see what happens. We are going to see Fake Out, unfortunately, into Zamazenta, which will let them get off a... Okay, interesting. They're going for Knuckle. Knuckle is fine. This should be... Okay, into Zam. Takes absolutely nothing through the Reflect. This is really good. Yeah, this is great for us. The attack boost is fine. I'm fine with getting Zamazenta flinched. We are going to fire off a Flare onto this Rillaboom. This should be a KO. Yeah, Rillaboom is going to obviously go down. We now have full HP Groudon with an Assault Vest, which is great for us. I don't think we're faster than Thundurus. I don't actually know, but we do have Wide Guard. So yeah, we are going to see Calyrex come out here. So we do have a very easy max Quake and... This one is more. This one is 140. Let's Quake here and go for a... Actually, I'm going to Rockfall the Thundurus and go for a Wide Guard, because I do expect them to go for an Astral Barrage. So my thought process, right, is that lets us neutralize the Calyrex and get damage onto what I perceive as the bigger threat. We do have Venusaur in the back to potentially deal with Calyrex. So I just need to KO the Thundurus, because the Thundurus at this point is really the scary thing. So we are going to see Wide Guard. I'm really hoping for an Astral Barrage here. It could be Will-O-Wisp and Cry. We are going to see Leaf Storm, which is big sad. But what's nice is we took that very well, and we are going to survive that pretty comfortably. We are going to see the Airstream come out into... what's it called? Zamazenta. So Groudon actually still in a really good spot overall. I think the Airstream, I guess if you're worried about Venusaur, but really good damage. I would have loved a KO there, but we don't always get what we want. Calyrex is at -2. Okay, Calyrex is at -2. We are recovering some HP back with the terrain. So what? I want to... Yeah, we're still comfortable. We should still... Do we have 1 turn of max left? Perfect. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go for a coaching. Taking advantage of the fact that this Calyrex now is at -2 means that we should be able to take hits really well. They did see the... what's it called? They saw the wide guard. So that obviously is an option. So they might... I mean, it's now kind of a guessing game, but like I said, they are at -2. We do have Venusaur in the back. We no longer have the Sun, which is my bad, but it doesn't matter because they did get the Airstream boost. So we are going to see Calyrex go for another Leaf Storm, and this time into Zamazenta. So not, I guess, trying to get the KO onto Zamazenta. Which, I mean, it feels fine. Groudon going to absolutely eat up this hit. And now at this point, this is a -4 Calyrex. We do have the ability just to go for Crunch as well as a Heat Crash onto it. Coaching probably unnecessary, and by probably, like, definitely unnecessary, we probably should have just gone for Crunch. But it is what it is. It looks like, yeah, I mean, what, double Astral, they could double Astral Barrage crit, which isn't impossible. I think that might be their only way of winning. I could just wide guard to be safe. Yeah, it's probably worth just wide guarding to be safe. I don't want to risk losing to a double Astral Barrage crit because that isn't, like, impossible. Or I could, yeah, it's -4. Yeah, I'm just gonna Heat Crash and go for the wide guard. I don't even think if Leaf Storm were to crit me, it would matter. Okay, it looks like they're just gonna cancel. I think they still had an out. If they got, yeah, if they double crit me and got the KO there, I would have been forced to bring out Venusaur, and Venusaur would have just gone down. So it was a fun game for sure. Definitely some tricky spots. Glad we were able to kind of make it work, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, last battle of the day, and it is Calyrex Palkia. So this is an archetype that has been showing up a lot for sure. It is Amoonguss, Incineroar, Calyrex, Indeedee, a Dusclops, and Palkia. That's the word. So I like Grimmsnarl, Zamazenta. Do I have Taunt on Torn? Don't. I was gonna say this is a game where we max Zamazenta, but that isn't really an option. Let's bring Pikachu and let's bring Groudon. This is gonna be tricky. I really wish Zamazenta could max right now. Let's see, yeah. So, what? We know that you're definitely going to be leading something with a Trick Room setter. So, like, it could be Indeedee, it could be Instant, it could be Amoonguss. Like, this team is very clear in what it's trying to do. We are going to see a Palkia Indeedee. Palkia is fine. That lets me set up screens. And yeah, I can set up screens. I cannot max Zamazenta, unfortunately, but that's fine. I want to go straight for a what's it called? A light screen. Light screen is fine. We are going to see Psychic Seed Indeedee. That's totally fine. We're hitting on the physical side. We do have a decent amount of physical bulk. So let's go for a light screen here and then go for a crunch onto the Indeedee. This way, if you choose to... yeah, okay, so we're going to see that. So it looks like straight Trick Room. I was just trying to avoid the potential of Palkia going for a max. So this really covers it. We will be able to fire off a crunch, hopefully a 2-hit KO onto this Indeedee. It looks like, yeah, so it is going to be a 2-hit KO, which is fine. We can work to try and stall out as many turns of Trick Room as possible. And so we just now, let's set up a Reflect for the obvious incoming Calyrex Ice and go just for another crunch onto this Indeedee. From there, we can start really putting on pressure as we're going to see a max Palkia. A little scary for sure. We need to survive the turn with Zamazenta. So I'm hoping that we are able to take this incoming max Quake. yeah, if we take the Max Quake, what that lets us do is that lets us get rid of the redirection, which is huge, and then we can start Spirit Breaking into the Palkia. So, Zamazenta, don't let me down. We're going to fire off the Reflect. Yeah, just get it up just in case. Like, if you do target down the Grimmsnarl like that. Max Flare. Okay, sick. We love to see that. Good damage there for sure. Zamazenta alive. We are going to see the Life Orb confirmed. Really great to know. Crunch going to come out here, and we are going to get the KO there. So now what, right? If you bring out Calyrex, Calyrex is ideal because we can just easily wide guard, right? We know that you're going to want a Glacial Lance. You can't max. And we do have that potential one turn of keeping Grimmsnarl around, as it's going to be Amoonguss. We don't really have an answer. Yeah, we don't, because Pikachu doesn't... Pikachu, unfortunately, does not set up Electric Terrain for us. There is the Psychic Terrain. We are just going to see a straight, Spore. I should have maxed Grimmsnarl. That's what I should have done. No, we get the special attack drop. I think that's actually my out, is to max Grimmsnarl. So what I do is I bring out... What do I have in the back? I have... Proudon. I have Pikachu. Let's bring out Pikachu. Let's try and bait something here, right? Like, you don't really know what is doing what. Starfall is Misty Terrain, so I do need to actually go... I can't even do that. Let's Spirit Break here. Let's go for the Volt Crash onto Palkia. I don't know what you're going to put to sleep. We know that Grimmsnarl at least hits, quote-unquote, before the Palkia. So we do have the chance to get off another Spirit Break, which would be really ideal, because now it's going to be at -2 behind a light screen instead of just -1. But yeah, we don't... Yeah, you're unfortunately going to make the right call, put Pikachu to sleep. I could have gone for the max with Grimmsnarl, but unfortunately we're not going to get it. So yeah, not the most ideal position. We're going to see Wormwind into Pikachu, so good call knowing that it was physical. That's still so much. Yeah, I don't really see a way out of this until after Trick Room ends. What's nice is Palkia is no longer maxed, so what we need to have happen is we need to KO Palkia before it can set up another Trick Room. If we can stop the second Trick Room, we do have Groudon as a potential way to close this game out. But we do have to deal with the obvious, what's it called? Just the straight up obvious Spore into Grimmsnarl, which we have no counterplay for. Yeah, you're just gonna put Grimmsnarl to sleep. It makes sense. We need a one-turn wake. We need a one-turn wake. Spatial Ren, please don't KO. Perfect. Please wake up Pikachu. Okay, perfect. Nice. Love it. We're gonna get the Volt Crash off into Palkia. Nice. We get the KO. We now are paralyzing the Amoonguss, which, like, prevents it from potentially going for more spores. So we love that. This should... Yep. Okay, so Twisted Dimensions are gone. We should see Calyrex in the back. So this is still tricky, right? Because Groudon needs to survive a hit from Calyrex, but this is our only out. We can paralyze, Spirit Break just for damage, Volt Crash onto Calyrex. We should see redirection, but I just need the paralysis. That's fine. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to paralyze the Calyrex. Yeah, okay, we're gonna paralyze the Calyrex. Pikachu's gonna go down. Grimmsnarl should hopefully live. That lets us bring out Grout. Okay, okay. Not what I wanted. It's fine. It's actually fine. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. We're gonna get some damage here. So now the big question is, okay, we'll take that. It's not ideal. That's really not ideal. Okay, we still have that. You can get paralyzed. Okay. Paralysis. Okay, perfect. We'll take that. Volt Tackle. Okay, wait, this is great, right? Volt Tackle has recoil. So the recoil means that we are not going to get KO'd by Calyrex. Perfect. Okay. We can fire off the Spirit Break now for some extra chip. Perfect. So Calyrex is going to be at neutral. Calyrex is at... We tried. We really did. We bring out Grout on here. So now, I mean, like, we're relying on Paralysis, which is not the most exciting, but also it kind of is what it is. Spirit Break, just continually Spirit Breaking. We go for the Heat Crash on the Calyrex and just kind of hope. We are going to unfortunately be put to sleep. You can just be paralyzed a bunch, which is, you know, not impossible. It looks like, nope, you are going to fire off that Glacial Lance. So please, what, 2-hit KO? I need a 2-hit KO. Okay, that's fine damage. We need a Paralysis on Calyrex. We need a Paralysis on Calyrex to win this. I'm going to set up a light screen in case that Amoonguss wants to go for a move. If we get a Paralysis on Calyrex and Amoonguss, and we KO Calyrex, we can win this. So that's our out. We are going to get the light screen off. Okay, so we haven't seen anything yet. Please paralyze. Pollen Puff. Going to heal up. Big question, though, is this Calyrex going to be paralyzed? Come on. Nope, doesn't look like it. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take... I mean, what? Do I really want to play this out and see if... No, I mean, may as well, right? Let's see if we can get, like, 300 full paralysis in a row to have Grimmsnarl clean this up. So, unfortunately, not as well as I would have loved to have done, especially in the first video back after so long. But I still think it is a cool team. It definitely has some fun aspects to it. We did really well the first time we used it, so check out that video and check out Andy's videos instead of this one. But yeah, I mean, we're still talking. We do have some cool stuff coming up, so definitely keep an eye out for that in the future. We'll be using some other cool teams. There's a little bit of a queue right now, so that's always really exciting to be like, hey, I have some really cool stuff to look forward to. So I definitely can't wait for that. It's been a blast to use this team so far. I feel like my opponent is playing to timer now, which is unnecessary. I don't know why you're playing to timer. Oh, we actually can't win this because they can just keep pollen puffing. So yeah, you're just going to KO me here. So yeah, they are unnecessarily stalling. I don't know why you're sporing. Okay, so I'm not playing to timer. As much as I love playing to timer, I like doing it when I'm winning, not when I'm losing. So we'll just run. But yeah, it was definitely a cool experience using this team. Glad to be back after such a long hiatus. Can't wait to start regularly uploading again. And yeah, we'll wait till it says the end screen, and then we'll do the little intro or the little outro. But yeah, like I said again, huge shout out to Andy for the team. Definitely make sure to check him out. I'm sorry for losing its undefeated status very poorly. It's fine. It happens. We all cannot have perfect undefeated teams. Some of us make mistakes. I'm one of those people. And they are. Why are they playing to time? I mean, I can't complain because I've literally done this, because it was funny. But I don't like it when I'm recording and someone is doing it because it makes it really awkward. But yeah, that's that. And until next time.